This is the Checka Pro Radio Show. Checka Pro Joe has assembled a team of pre-qualified home service contractors to bring you the latest in services, products, and techniques. Now, here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Checka Pro Joe.
I see on my call screen a good friend of mine, Adam Greer from Easy Lift Garage Doors. He's actually my garage door guy. He's a garage door expert. He's been doing this for a very, very long time. I brought him on the program today to talk to all of us about your garage door and replacing the spring for your garage door. Adam, how are you?
I'm doing great, Joe. Thanks for having me once again. It's always a pleasure.
I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to talk to me and my listeners. So this question comes up a lot. So I'm going to pose this to you. Why do we need to replace the garage door spring? Is this something that's necessary, or is the garage door guy just trying to sell us something we don't need?
That's a really good question, and it does get asked pretty frequently. I guess we have to start with explaining what the spring does. So the spring counterbalances the door. So let's just take an average two-car garage door, which is 16.7, just your no-frills 25-gauge door. Weighs approximately, 160 to 175 pounds, depending on the manufacturer type of thing. And the confusion is that people have used their hands. Sometimes they've had to disconnect their opener for a power outage or some other reason, and they're able to open it by hand. They think it works magically. And then we get the phone call. We can get our door open today and our car is stuck. And we get out there and we explain to them it's a broken spring. And they, well, I've used it without this, without the opener before, and it's always worked. I pulled that red string and it opens. Right, but today you have a broken spring, so the thing that makes the door work is actually broken. Sometimes it's not broken; it's just at the end of its life, it's so weak that the opener still struggles to open that door. Because again, openers aren't even designed to lift weight; they're supposed to just guide a balanced door. So you need that door balanced. So it's a couple things. I've had customers ask me can you just take that spring off and just make this door work, without it? And but it's just important to understand that spring is what makes 170 pounds seem to weigh nothing. If that spring is broke, you have to lift 170 pounds. And some guys will say, well, I can do 170 pounds in the gym, but you have a 16-foot wide, 7-foot tall barbell, if you will. That just doesn't lift very easily. So we had a customer just a week and a half or so ago who was trying to get us to, can't you just make the door functional and then we can do the spring repair later? He had a broken spring. And we couldn't get him to understand the only way to make it functional is we have to do the spring repair. And he literally thought he was going to find someone else that can make it work. And he let us walk away. I don't know what ended up happening with that job. But he just could not understand that spring is what makes that door work. And so it's a major safety issue. The spring is broken and you are somehow using that door still. You're taking a chance on getting hurt, destroying the door, ruining the opener. There's a lot of things going to take place by operating the door. Because some people go up to the opener and just crank the open force full blast so that it somehow grunts its way through. But you're really asking for a world of hurt on that.
I totally agree with you. I know something about garage doors. I'm not the expert like you, but it's simple, everybody. I'm a homeowner like you guys listening. It's very simple. You need to have a spring that is wound properly. The door needs to be balanced. Without the spring, you cannot get the garage door to open with or without the garage door operator or the garage door opener. And Adam's right. He knows this way more than I do. When your spring does not work, you cannot lift that door. And the garage door opener, don't even try to do that because you're going to damage that. And now you're going to have to get a new spring and a garage door opener. So the best thing to do is when it breaks, and here's a telltale sign. You can hear it sometimes. It sounds like a little bomb going off. If you hear a big boom in your garage, take a look at the spring. But if you can't get your garage door up, it really could be the spring. Call a professional like Adam from Easy Lift Garage Doors. Here's his phone number, 832-497-4260. Again, 832-497-4260. You can go to his website, easyOHD.com. All of this information, the phone number and his website, is listed here in the podcast in the description. Adam, thank you so much. This has been awesome information. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you again for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Check-A-Pro is your local source for pre-qualified contractors. Stay tuned for more of the Check-A-Pro Radio Show.